Okay, so now we're looking at a new problem like this. So once again, on the left-hand side of the board, we had these over here. The number to the right, so you see 10 times 10 equals 100. 100 is a perfect square, okay? So if they asked you real quick, if you look at this, the 100, you said, what is the square root of 100? What number times itself makes 100? It equals 10. Hey, the number 144, if you took the square root of 144, what number times itself makes 12? Or for 144, that would be 12. So that's the fun with these. This is the game you're playing. No, it's not your Xbox or your Sony PlayStation, but it's still a game. Okay, so now we have a new game. If you took the square root of 80, if you look over here, there's 81, but there's no 80. So that means the number falls somewhere in between 8 times 8 and 9 times 9, closer to the 9 times 9. But we don't want a decimal answer, so we have to break it down. This number out in front I put in red for a reason. The reason it's in red is we're going to wait till the very end to do anything with it. This we're going to have to break down like we did yesterday. So what are the factors of 80? Well, let's come over here. So we've got 1 times 80, right? You've got 2 times 40. Okay, what about 3? Does 3 go into it? 3 goes in 80. 20, I don't know. Okay, how about 4? Well, let's go 4 goes in 80. How many times? 4 goes in 8 twice. Oh, 4 times 20. Okay, let's go 4 times 20. Hey, 5 goes into it. Let's see here. 5 times what? Well, let's see here. 5 goes in 8 once. 1 times 5 is 5. Yeah, 30. Hey, look, 16. Okay, so let's... La, 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 la. Okay, so 5 times 16. Okay. Does 6 go into 80? No. Does 7 go into 80? No. Does 8 go into 80? Yeah, 8 times 10. So obviously I might have missed one in the beginning, but you know what? I'm sitting there going, okay, hey, at least I've got this group and this might help me out. So in this big group right here, we need to figure out, I'll include these guys too, because I don't want somebody to say, well, you didn't include that one. Okay, yes, I did. Are any of these numbers right here, 180, 240, 420, haha, 420, 516, 810, are any of those numbers perfect squares? Let's see here. Well, 80 is not a perfect square. Okay. 2 is not. 40 is not. But look, 4 is. Okay, so 4 is a square. So we got a 4. Okay, is 20 a perfect square? Well, no, 20 is not on the list. Is 16? 16 is a perfect square. So I'm going to square that one, put a square on that too. Is 8 a perfect square? No. And is 10? No. So now I've got 2 perfect squares in here. The question is, which number is bigger, the 4 or the 16? The 16. So we're going to use that. So we're going to use 5 times 16. So how do you make 80? Well, we just said you've got to go 5 times 16. Which one of those is the perfect square? The 16. Put a square around it. What is the square root of 16? 4. Okay, so the 4 comes out. What stays in the box is the 5. So you're sitting there going, yay, I'm done. Well, it comes back to that fun little number right there. What do we do? Sorry, I'm trying to grab a marker here, and it is not working out with trying to record and do this at the same time. So you sit there and go, okay, I broke down the black section fine. Uh-oh, this number in the red's got to come over. So we're going to take this 5, and we're going to come down here and put it here. We have 5 times 4. Whoa. So once again, we broke down 80 by saying what? 1 times 80, 2 times 40, 4 times 20, 5 times 16, 8 times 10. We then said, okay, which one of these numbers here are a perfect square? We went through the list and found that 4 and 16 were the perfect squares. Which number is bigger? Well, obviously 16 compared to 4, right? I'd rather have 16 million than 4 million. Okay, so when we come over here, we chose 5 times 16. I put the square on the 16 knowing that whatever the answer is, I'm going to put out in front. Whatever's left over goes inside the house. Now, this number here, what do we do with it? I told you to hold on to it earlier. Just drop it down. So now what we're going to have to do is go 5 times 4. Well, 5 times 4 makes 20. And then you have your, just drop down the square root of 5. And there's your final answer.